Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel, the Green Line Goddess. The Shadow is what. Welcome. We've got the card The Shadow coming in, but welcome to my channel, Green Line Goddess. This is your weekly reading, and it is a big week ahead. We're moving in from Aries season into Taurus season. We're ending Aries season with a bang, with an eclipse, new moon in Aries, second one of the month at 29 degrees of Aries. And it's a total solar eclipse. So as you know, eclipses can bring in change, they can bring in reset, and this can be active up to 6 months after the event. It's a new moon, so it's about setting a new intention. But then we move straight into your fellow earth sign Taurus and straight into a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Taurus the day after. So this is all happening from the 19th to the 21st. Boom, it's all this activated energy. I think you'll notice a real shift in tone and shift in pace when we move into Taurus season here. But we've got the Shadow coming in, self-empowerment and ambition. Interesting. I'm liking this energy for you here, Virgo. It really is about connecting you. I feel like the Aries energy is connecting you to ambitions, and confidence is the word they're getting, to go for something or to put yourself first and to empower yourself. But it feels like this is really important, that it's in the underworld, it's in the shadows, because once you hit that Taurus season, it's going to ground down into something that you can work on, and ground down into something that's a little bit slower, but you can be reevaluating, working the plan. But it's very much, I think you're going to, that process feels good for you. Okay, so let's see what else is coming in for you, Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know? So the Shadow is very much a sense that this is Pluto working with you as well, wanting to transform something in your life. So to listen to those deep truths that are coming in, because there's some ambitious messages that are coming in with that as well. So, and ambitions doesn't have to mean just work and career. It can mean that. It can be personal ambitions, emotional ambitions, living ambitions, just confidence ambitions. It can be something that you're kind of thinking, this is what I really, really want. So it feels like a very fertile space, this Shadow energy that's coming in for you. So let's see what else is coming in for Virgo. The cards aren't jumping for you, Virgo. It's the Shadow is remaining pretty tight-lipped at this moment in time. So let's see. You might be holding this close within you. You might not necessarily wanting to be talking about it with everybody. The Magician. So reversed. Okay. The World. This is an interesting combo. I feel like there's something you're not entirely consciously aware of here that does come up. And it is sort of suddenly realizing that something is over or has ended. There's an end of a cycle here. There's a completion with the World card. And part of that is like liberating and freeing you from that cycle and becoming whole again. But it's like the Magician reversed is like, I wasn't consciously aware that this was happening. But now I'm going into the Shadow and I'm seeing this and realizing that something just has kind of naturally ended a cycle. So we've got the Five of Wands. There may have been a bit of this is Jason battling the dragon. Jason of the Argonauts, the Greek mythic tarot. And he's battling the dragon. This is something that's been like a challenge. The dragon's holding the golden fleece, so potentially the challenge has been to heal, because the golden fleece heals everything that it touches. And interestingly, Jason has the support of this witch here. Whether he's aware of it or not, there is support for him. So I feel like there's somebody around that's potentially been supporting you. And this could be the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Like the witch can be a very strong, powerful part of the feminine power of your soul here. As we're seeing here, the world, like this is the hermaphrodite, the masculine, the feminine coming together in as one. And here we see that they're apart, but they're conflicted. So there's a battle, even though the feminine is supporting the masculine, what you want to be doing out there in the world. So the Five of Wands can represent a conflict, a struggle, a reality check. That I think is actually good that the World card, it's concluding and finishing here. The Five of Cups. Okay, so there's potentially been some kind of loss or disappointment, or there's a sense of needing to kind of mourn this. There is an ending here. And the Five of Pentacles, look at all these fives coming out for you, Virgo. So fives do represent conflicts, and the Four of Wands. So interestingly, like this is a very retrograde energy. We've got three fives, and then we're going backwards to the four, which is going reevaluating, going back over. This Four of Wands is when Jason goes, okay, hold on. How did I end up on this journey? How did I end up with this conflict and struggle? I'm going back a step to when I planned it and to what I was planning. I'm planning some sort of journey here. Here, he's waiting for the ship and gathering the forces, the people, the things. But if I go back, let's rework some plans. Let's go back and take a step backwards. How did I get here? So it really feels like there's a reevaluation of the planning process that comes in with that Four of Wands, which is very Mercury retrograde, like I said, because it feels like, okay, perhaps, I'm aware that's now becoming aware that something has ended and there's a little bit of conflict around that. I need to kind of go back over and reevaluate that. Perhaps something, it feels like it prematurely ended, perhaps. But it's like, this is potentially something that you wanted that's coming through here. So it's interesting because we do have the shadow self-empowerment ambition. You are moving forward, but in this kind of Mercury retrograde kind of way where it's like a deep questioning of what those ambitions were and where you see yourself heading. What is this journey that you're going on here? What is it that you truly want and desire here with the Four of Wands? So, yeah, I mean, we can see these three fives here, the conflicts here, the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Like I said, the fives represent a challenge or a conflict. So the Five of Wands is about, your motivations, your desires, and the Five of Cups is your emotional conflict, and the Five of Pentacles is also material, something that's been challenging on the material reality. So you're kind of looking at a whole heap of different elements here, and that's why it's interesting here with the Magician, because the Magician works with the elements, but the Magician reversed is when it's up the right way. It's like I'm willing something into creation, I'm consciously aware of what this is, but reversed is kind of like, a reevaluation of that, what I wanted, a reevaluation of, and becoming consciously aware of new things that are coming together here. This sense of feeling, and I like the world in the center of all of this, because even though it's got all this retrograde energy around it, the world is saying that something is becoming whole within you. There's a sense of coming back to yourself and of completion, and to be able to end a cycle. And perhaps your world is changing, or you're stepping out into the world in some way in a different capacity, a different way of working. So again, it's the reevaluation, just going back over, I just need to make sure this is the right direction, the right path for me that's coming through. So let's pull a message from the inner child for you, Virgo. Let's pull a message from the inner child for Virgo. Interesting. Okay. So I want to turn these ones up the right way. Daughter of Pentacles and Mother of Swords. This is very much like mother-daughter kind of energy that's coming in here. So relationship with mother might be something that's coming through. But with the inner child, it's like the inner child always needs you to be a parent in some way, shape or form. And this Mother of Swords is the Queen of Swords. So this beautiful wise owl is very clear about how you're seeing and perceiving a situation and what you're communicating to your inner child at this moment in time. It's kind of not being afraid to see the truth and to see things clearly. That's something that's coming through with it. And so this is going to bring this Daughter of Pentacles, which is your inner child energy. It's like these two different parts of yourself working with yourself. The Daughter of Pentacles is the thing that's wanting to move forward. The inner child wants to bring in a new opportunity in the material realm, make something a concrete reality here. It's in the earth, your sign, Virgo. And The Daughter of Pentacles is feeling so much safer because it's got the clarity, being able to look at something clearly and give something the green light because you know that you've gone over it in probably quite an analytical way. So it's like, okay, now I can move forward and feel safe with that. So that's a really nice energy. We've also got the Ten of Swords, which is, it's quite a macabre little card, this one. And it's actually interesting. It's the 10 swords going through the bull, which is interesting because we're in Taurus season, and the Two of Pentacles reversed. So with the butterfly reversed. So butterflies represent transformation, and it's like something that's been out of balance is internally transforming within you. And it's something that is ended. The 10 of Swords represents an ending of a belief system or an ending of something that was taking up a lot of space inside your mind. So there's definitely, with the World card and the 10 of Swords, there's inner child saying there's something that needs to end or has ended, and it's something that's going to end in Taurus season. And the Two of Pentacles is that it's going to be a bit of a balancing act to work through this energy. And that's part of the retrograde energy as well. But it's also going to be transformative to try and rebalance. The ending's going to help you rebalance. So this could be, it's important. It's a sword. And this is important that we've got the Mother of Swords, which is not afraid to look at what this thing is that is ended, whether it's an old belief system about yourself or whether it's just something you've spent a lot of time and effort and energy on, or someone you've spent a lot of time and effort and energy on thinking about and taken up a lot of space. But either way, it's very important to make space for this beautiful Page of Pentacles here that's wanting to plant the new seed for growth that's coming in. So there's a lot of big reevaluation energy around it, but at the same time, they just keep bringing me back to the shadow, which is, whilst it might feel a little bit like you're going into the underworld and having to go back over some things and look at how things have been working and some truths and all this sort of stuff, belief systems, it's very self-empowering, this process, and it's connecting you to those new ambitions that are coming through. So that's your reading for the week, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. It helps with the growth of the channel, and I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in the beautiful Patreon community that we're growing at this moment in time, the link for that is in the description box below. Love it if you come and check that out, and take care, Virgo.